Hey guys, how are you? Greg Pierkowski here. Just wanted to reach out to you as I was spending some time this weekend with my family and my friends and just trying to make sure that I was energized for the week as we get going. Guys, one of the things that came across me this weekend was a really close friend of mine had reached out to me on Sunday and we got to talking. And he asked me a pretty straightforward question. He said, Greg, I'm looking at your posts and I'm looking at the messages you're sending out. He said, how are you going to help anybody if you're not making $1 million? How are you going to do that? People in your industry, they wait till they make $1 million and then they get on stage and they go out and they tell everybody how to help themselves. They write a book, they got CDs, they go to all these different things. And you know what? I really thought about that, and I already had an answer to that, as I'd been working on this ministry and spending a lot of time around very successful speakers. And I'm not going to mention their names. If I'd mentioned their names, you'd know who they were. But over the years, I've been humbled to spend some time with a lot of very successful large speakers today that have their own training academies and different things like that. And as I've talked with a couple of them here recently, and I've been able to get feedback from a lot of different people, either from speakers or ministers or book authors or companies that are looking to want to get speakers or coaches and life coaches and things. But one thing that they told me, they said, Greg, the thing that we miss, or if we could see somebody do as a speaker, a life coach, somebody who's focused on Christ, that wants to help people before they get on stage. Guys, that's not what we're about. We're not looking to get on stage and go, hoorah, hoorah, we'll stand here and look at us, buy our books, buy our tapes, and go out and be successful. We have really, my wife and I and my family, have been putting together this ministry of balancing your life. And how do you do that? And I really got to thinking in here, just today as I was thinking about this before I came on, I wanted to share with you this, that adversity is something that happens in our life. And money is just simply a byproduct of all the adversities that you've been through. And how many people are stuck in the adversities that they're in, not knowing how to get out of them, which is preventing them from having a balanced life, which prevents them from making a substantial income at whatever that is for them. Guys, financial freedom, you hear it all over the place. But whatever financial freedom is for you, that's what financial freedom is. Whatever life balance is for you, that's what it is for you. One of the biggest things that I talked about on Sunday on with my buddy is he was talking about balance and what life balance was to him and what he thought life balance was to other people. Well, in our ministry, our big focus is what is life balance to you? Do you feel balanced? If you don't, that's what our ministry and coaching program is for. It's not what Greg and Jenny think life balance is about for you. The book, the title is simply what it is: achieving your goals at breakneck speed. Your goals, not mine. Achieving your life balance, not mine. So whatever that is to you. Guys, we've had the Mercedes, we've had the Lincolns, we've had the properties, we've had the barn full of toys, we've had the trips. Coming from the financial industry and owning an office and having the fireplaces and the marble floors and people working for me and all this stuff all over the place, that lifestyle was amazing. But the adversities that were going on in that picture were different. We looked like, the Brady Bunch happy family, to where we were pulling the Santa Claus floats. We were doing classes in town on canning and self-reliance. We were sponsoring Little League teams. We were buying vehicles for people that needed them. We were serving in our church. But a failed marriage shows that all those things prove that there wasn't a balanced life. So did making all the money bring us a balanced life? No, it didn't. Does money buy happiness? It doesn't. It doesn't buy sadness either. Having a balanced life is what's important. So the biggest thing, that I want to share with you is, as we're on this ministry, and if you remember, if anyone's watched our first video, if not, go back and watch it. We talked about, as we started putting this together, that many people of different success levels, different financial levels, have come to us and said, Greg, we like the fact that we want to find a life coach or a speaker or a minister that wants to share their story along the way and not just wait for them to get up on stage and go, yay, look at me, I made all this money, buy my book and my tapes, now I'm successful, now I'm willing to stick it all out there for you guys to listen to us. Because Honestly, nobody really cares about anyone's adversities. What you're concerned about is, can you relate to our adversities on how we got through them? And we're going to talk about that in different venues, from workshops to retreats to seminars to different areas that we're going to be working with couples and individuals, business owners, corporations. We're looking at that. Our biggest focus is Christ. Christ brings balance through everything. And whether you read the Bible or not, most people have, one of the biggest things in there is that Christ came to serve. He came to serve. That's our legacy. Our legacy is to serve others and to use our time and talents to be able to bring that to folks like yourself. There's many people out there that are in their mid-30s to mid-40s to mid-50s that are all looking for a life coach. And there's so many online right now. People that are, I'm the life coach, buy my book, buy this, do that, buy this. There's so many of them out there. And you're seeing them step in front of their Lamborghinis and their Ferraris and their houses and their cars and their boats and their trips. Don't judge yourself based on what you see on Facebook, and definitely don't judge others by what you see on Facebook. As we put together this ministry, the biggest thing that I want you to know is that we've had the lifestyles, and we're growing back to those lifestyles, but the knowledge that we learned, that God taught us through overcoming the tremendous amount of adversities, not just my roof blew off or the tree blew down, but major life adversities, from a lost marriage to losing a company, to growing a company back, to almost losing a son, to having to watch him have to walk and talk and learn and breathe, to have 5 people help him take that first step, to having other special needs kids. There's many adversities that we've helped along the way, but the ones that we've been through are valuable to us. And we're going to bring that value to you to help you relate to, gosh, how can I overcome these adversities? Maybe Greg's right. I can pay a ticket and go to these conferences, and I can listen to these guys on stage that have value. They've been through it. They're making $1 million now, and now they want to go out and build a company based on their adversities. Well, guys, we're going to be doing both. We're bringing you through from where we are to where we're going. But along the way, we know that we can be in the trenches with you guys. When I was in the military, I was in the foxholes. I was in the trenches, and we reported back to somebody on the phone that was sitting behind a nice cushy desk that was cautioning us on the adversities that were going to be ahead. But the ones that mattered were the ones in the trenches. We're there. We're with you right now. So again, as my friend talked to me on Sunday and said, Greg, those postings, how can you put those postings out there when you haven't made $1 million yet? How can you do that? How can you balance a life when you're not making $1 million? Money doesn't buy happiness, and money doesn't buy sadness. And the balance of life that we want to help create through the leading of God is the balance of life that you're looking for, not what we're looking for. I'm excited about the book. I'm excited about getting that out to people. And a book is really just a calling card for us as life coaches. We're going to have those available for you guys to be able to read. And, maybe you'll read them, maybe you won't, maybe you'll buy it, maybe it sits there, maybe it's just a coaster. But it's really just a calling card for us to give us a little more oomph that you can take that home. But we want to be in the trenches with you. Guys, we've even got a vision down the road of having our own retreat, of being able to bring people to a place of 20 acres of a pond and a place that they can come to and to gather some peace and quietness. That we can have marriage retreats and couples retreats and singles retreats and corporate retreats, and all of it based on Christ. But as I leave you with this, I just want to end with this, that we're here in the trenches with you. We're going to help pull the bootstraps up with you. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. I want to be very clear. We're not making $1 million. The amount of money that any of us make is what we decide we're going to make. But one day, yeah, we will. That just comes from helping a lot of people. But right now, we're in the trenches with you guys. We're getting back to where God wants us to be. And it's going to be a place of reinvention. You know, I don't know if you guys know what a butterfly goes through to become a butterfly. But as a caterpillar, it goes into that cocoon and essentially it eats itself. We can talk about that later. And it goes through a lot of hurt and the pain, eats its own skin to survive. And then comes out a beautiful butterfly. And everyone's different. How a samurai sword is made, that's a whole different message, you know, that I share, where you have to go through a lot of different hurts and pains to be able to become one of the strongest swords still today. So guys, as you're overcoming adversity, as you're looking for life coaches, as you're looking for mentors that are needed in your life, you can't do it by yourself. Guys, we don't do it by ourselves. All of us have a coach or a mentor that we talk to. Even the greatest speakers of Stephen Covey and Les Brown and John Tesh and those people, they all have a coach that they talk to. We all need one. We all need that circle of trust that we can be related with. So I wanted to reach out with you because that was very important to me. You know, continue to look at the posts, continue to look at the message. I have a plan that I'm working on now where I'll be submitting some articles to Entrepreneurial Magazine, to where we're going to hope to get some articles published here real soon. That you can start to get some things out there as we are on the journey of our book and this whole ministry. So I'll leave you with this. Adversities are going to come up. Comment below. Share this video with as many people as you feel prompted to. Because as they come up, again, most people don't care about anyone else's adversities. And that's fine. What they care about is how did we get through them so you can understand how to get through yours. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up. It's been great talking with you. And, you know, as always, if I can do it, you can do it. Hey, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.